Hey everyone, Christine here from Portable Entrepreneur. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 simple steps to help you build a successful web design and SEO business, even if you're starting from scratch, so that you have a plan to follow to help you start getting results without all the time, stress, and overwhelm that is often involved in starting a business. More specifically, we're going to look at a 3-part formula to help you attract more clients and close more deals. And we're also going to be looking at 3 simple numbers that are going to help you grow your agency. So even if you don't have any experience or you're just getting started, this is about just focusing on the revenue generating tasks, the ones that are going to help you generate the most results in the least amount of time. So if you follow today what we're going to be talking about, you can expect to see a more consistent stream of clients so that you're not starting from scratch every single month. You'll be able to charge higher prices. You'll be able to attract your ideal clients, not these tire kickers and the time wasters. You'll be able to generate revenue faster and make a bigger impact on your clients' businesses. So let's jump right in, and we're going to look at the 3 steps that are going to help you land your next high-paying client. Now, step number 1 is to carve out your unique niche. And this is where you're going to find out who specifically you are going to serve. Who is your ideal client? Who can you best help? Now, step number 2 is to create your irresistible offer. This is the offer that you are going to be putting in front of your ideal clients that is going to make it a no-brainer for them to sign up with you. Now, the 3rd step is to apply the lead generation framework so that you can make sure that even if you are serving the right clients and you have a great offer, that they actually know who you are, they know that you exist. So we got to make sure that you get in front of them. So we're going to dive into each of these steps specifically. So starting off with step number 1. In this step, you want to make sure that you are getting crystal clear on exactly who it is that you want to serve. So this is the difference between serving anyone who is willing to pay you and being very specific so that you decide who it is that you want to work with. Now, when you look for specific clients, what's going to happen for you is that you're going to be able to dramatically reduce your competition. You're going to be able to increase your prices. And because you have similar clients and you are applying this similar solution to help them get results that you are learning and improving upon over time, this is going to help you finish projects faster because you're going to be able to put a process in place to be able to make this more efficient. And when you do that, you make more money. And because you are serving these clients and you get better and better and better at serving that type of client and getting that kind of result, well, now you're going to start being able to close more deals. You're closing more deals and you're also increasing your close rate. Now, before, if you had to talk to 10 people to get 4 clients, now maybe you only have to talk to 10 leads to get 7 clients. Or maybe you just now have to talk to 6 leads to get 4 clients. And so this is going to mean a whole lot less work for you because you have to attract less people and you have to talk to less people and nurture less people. So it's going to really save you a lot of time. And this is going to help you get better results for clients because it's really hard to be serving client type A over here and then getting them some really great results. And then you have a client in a completely different industry and has completely different goals, and that you have to now figure this out and figure out how to get results for them. So when you're able to consistently attract a particular type of client, you're able to start getting them better and better results because you already know what works and you know how to do it. You know what's worked and what hasn't worked on your way to getting these results for clients. Now, you're also going to be seen as an expert because people are going to start to learn who they need to go to in order to get the results that they want. And this is going to overall help you have to do less selling. Now, as people, we tend to just follow the crowd. So this very much sounds counterintuitive because there are so many people who are out there just serving anybody they can get their hands on. And so we want to make sure that we are really focusing in on who we want to get to. When we focus, that helps us get the results. So this doesn't mean that we can't serve a wide variety of clients. That does work for some businesses. My goal is to help you be able to get the results that you want the fastest way possible. So especially if you have no clients or if you have 1 or 2 clients and you want to be able to build up your business as fast as you can, to hit your revenue goals as fast as you can, Well, this is a great way to go. Now, if you're not convinced, I understand. What I want to do is look at some specific examples of agencies who are doing this and they're blowing this out of the water. Progressive Dental Marketing is our first example here. They have been both in the Inc. 5000 list and the Inc. 500 list and have experienced almost 300% growth over just a few years. And they are making millions of dollars in revenue, and they're only working with dental practices. So their goal is to attract dental practices and help them attract more patients for their businesses. Next up, we have Pure Cars, and they make tens of millions of dollars. They've also been on the Inc. 5000 list for many, many years now, and they were so big and so successful that a few years back, they were actually acquired by another agency, and they exclusively focus on auto dealers. Now, this one here focuses on attorney websites and anyone in the legal industry. Now, they have also been in the Inc. 5000 list and have millions of dollars in revenue, solely focusing in on this particular industry. Now, we have NPE, which focuses on the fitness industry. Again, this is another company on the Inc. 5000 list for many, many years. And again, making millions of dollars per year, solely focusing on the fitness industry. Now, my goal here isn't to tell you that you should go focus on these particular industries. And my goal here isn't to make you feel bad that these agencies are out here making millions of dollars per year. But my goal here is to really show you that if you're feeling like there isn't enough money to be made, when you really get specific on who it is that you want to serve, and there's different ways to do that, which we can talk about at another time. But when you focus in, you are really able to get very specific on who you serve. You're able to get very focused in on your marketing and on your lead generation funnel and have a better way of getting right in front of the exact clients that you want and being able to get them to hire you easier, because they know that you're looking at them specifically and they know that you are able to get them the results that they need. So let's move on to step number 2, which is to create your irresistible offer. Now, this is where a lot of people mess up because they offer web design, SEO, Facebook ads, email marketing. Well, guess what? All of that is very resistible, but what we want is an irresistible offer. So when we are talking to a business owner, most business owners, they are going to respond very well to someone who wants to help them generate more leads, more customers, more sales, because that is where the money is at. That means if they hire you, they pay you money to work on a project, and after that project, they end up with more leads, more customers, or sales, well, that's more money for them. So they generated that money back plus more money on top of that. So that is how you are going to be able to help them see that what you are offering is an irresistible offer. Now, how you get them those results is through web design and SEO and conversion optimization and email marketing, Facebook ads. There's so many different ways to help get these leads, customers, and sales. And that's what you're going to get good at for the specific types of clients that you want to serve. But when you do that, that is how you make the offer irresistible to them. All right, step number 3 is to apply the lead generation framework. So now you know who you want to serve, what that ideal client looks like to you. And now you know what your irresistible offer is. And now it's time to make sure that those ideal clients know that you actually exist. So this is where you need to start getting yourself, your business, in front of those ideal clients. Now, there are many different ways to do this, and the right one is going to be the one that is really a balance of you, your personality, what's going to work for you, your specific business goals, knowing which strategy is going to take you to where you want to be. Not looking at the competition because they may have a completely different goal and a completely different business model than you have or that you desire. And also looking at where your clients are and where they spend time. So our goal here is to determine where your ideal clients actually spend time, and then to focus on one or two main strategies. Now, I like to look at both short-term and long-term strategies because I want to make sure, especially if you don't have a lot of clients right now, that you're focusing on a strategy that is going to help you pull in clients, well, relatively quickly, right? We need some now. But we don't want to only focus on that and completely ignore some of the longer term strategies, because those are the ones that are going to help you build up consistent clients. Those are the ones that are going to help you automate more of your lead generation funnel. So if you only focus on the short term, well, you're going to be doing that forever because there's no way to automate that. There's no way to really be able to step back from that and still enjoy those consistent leads. So this is where I recommend that you pick 1 to 2 strategies. For now, if you don't have any clients, we want to start with just one strategy, and that's going to be a shorter term strategy. And as you build that up, you start to see some momentum. You can also start working on one of the longer term strategies that's going to help your business in the long run, right? So what we want to do is we want to look at the first strategy and think about what our both short-term and long-term strategy can be. Now, there's so many different ways that you can do this. As I mentioned, I certainly can't list them all right here, but as some examples, having a lead capture. So you're sending people to your website, you're capturing those leads, and then you're following up. This could be through nurturing them through email. This could be through phone calls, social media, or even retargeting ads if you wanted to do so. This could be through an online training that you are giving. There are associations of all types, and they have different opportunities from speaking and others to be able to get in front of their audience that is your ideal audience. Then there's the standard cold calling and emailing that you hear about that most people want to avoid, but where a lot of people tend to start. And there's some very strategic ways that you can do that to get much better results. But we can talk about that at another time. There's content marketing as another example, and that can be a really good way to have more short-term results, but that actually can continue working for you in the long term as well. So those are just some of the examples of lead generation strategies that you can do that are going to help you get in front of your ideal client. So you can start by looking, where are they spending time, whether it's online or offline, and then you want to select the most effective channel, and you're going to create a daily marketing action plan for yourself around that. So we're going to focus on 1 to 2 strategies. You're going to start getting results with that. You're going to improve on the results, and then that's when you're going to be able to scale. You see, when you have a specific action plan for yourself, this could be, I'm going to reach out to 3 businesses a day for the next month. See, once you've done that, now you have numbers, and numbers help you look at what actions did I take or what actions did I not take. Did I make the 3 phone calls? Did I not make the 3 phone calls? Just as an example. And then you're going to be able to say, well, how many people did I speak to? How many people actually became clients? This gives you actual data to see what is working and what is not, because it might not be that your strategy is wrong. It might be the call, the process that you're going through. It might be that you just weren't able to get enough people on the phone. Just as the basic cold calling example, the principle here is to make sure that you understand what your daily action steps are and that you are actually tracking it so you can see, did I do it or did I not? And when you do it, being able to do it consistently enough so you can see what is working for you and what's not, so you can tweak and improve and scale what is actually working. So this is really just about consistency. What is the one strategy that you can do consistently to see what kind of results that you get? So many people believe that there's this one magic strategy that if you implement it, it's going to make you successful, but it's really about knowing the audience. You can take one strategy and give it to one audience and it takes off. And then you can use the same strategy for an entirely different audience and it goes nowhere, completely flops. So this really is about knowing your audience. So if you are just getting started, once you figure out who you want to serve and you figure out how you're going to serve them in order to get better results for them, this lead generation aspect, this marketing of your own business is really where you want to spend your time. If you are new you don't have any clients, you have 1 client, 2 clients, you really want to be spending at least 80% of your time right here on step number 3, because this is where everything really happens. And then as you start bringing more clients, then you can have a balance of continuing to work on your lead generation strategy, the short-term and long-term strategy, while you are managing the actual client work. So let's look at the 3-part formula for landing a high-paying client. This is to have the right offer, the right audience, and the right price. Okay, the right offer, the right audience, and the right price. Now, I have seen some entrepreneurs come in, I've worked with them, and they had a specific type of client that they wanted to attract. And they kept trying to put their offer out there and they were not getting any takes. And they were thinking, I have the wrong type of clients that I'm trying to serve. And what happened is when we really got into it, the audience was fine. They had the right ideal clients that they wanted to go after. The problem was they were trying to offer them something that they felt they liked to do. They felt that would probably work, but they didn't have any results behind it. When they really got into it with these business owners, they really found what their real pain point was, and they had to completely flip what their offer was, and then they just started selling, because they presented an irresistible offer to the right audience. So if your audience is not really taking off, and you're like, I don't know, it could be that you have the wrong offer. And then of course, you need to make sure that you are pricing accordingly. This does not mean that you need to price too low. You can certainly price too low, have the right offer and the right audience, but you make your audience hesitate because your price is so low. They think you're going to come back with something to price them higher later on, or that you're really not going to be able to give them that much value for the price. So this is really about understanding your offer and understanding how it's going to translate into what we talked about earlier with more leads, customers, and sales for them, so that you can really justify those prices and help them see how that's actually going to bring more revenue into their business. So let's look at the 3 numbers that you need to master to really be able to have an easier time growing your business. The first number you need to know is how much annual income do you want? The next is how many clients do you want to serve, or how many sales do you need? And then how many strategy or consultation sessions will you need? Now, maybe you don't offer strategy or consultation sessions, and that's okay. You're going to plug in whatever it is that your sales funnel is going to do here when you have a potential lead. So you see, these numbers are really going to be the driving force behind your agency. It's going to help you understand where it is that you want to get to. It's going to help you understand how many clients that you're going to need in order to achieve that and create an action plan to work towards your goals. I'm sure you've heard the saying, without a plan, you plan to fail. And that's really where this action plan comes in. Do you have an action plan that you can consistently follow every day in order to be able to get the results? I mean, think back over the past 12 months. Did you have a specific action plan that you had in place? And then if you did you also follow that? And then what happened from that? If you didn't have a plan, you don't want to make the next 12 months the same as the last 12 months. So you want to make sure that you put that action plan in place so that you can consistently follow it, so you start generating more results that you want to see. So let's look at some of these numbers here. If you have 5 sales per month is what you need, okay? And you have a close rate of 50%. This means that you need to get 10 strategy sessions per month, which is only, if you break it down, 2 to 3 strategy sessions per week. So that helps you figure out, well, if I only need 2 to 3 strategy sessions per week, how am I going to be able to get in front of enough clients in order to generate those leads that I can actually speak to every week? And then that becomes your goal. And you can break that down even further into what am I going to do each day to help me get to that weekly goal. So then where do you grow from here? This is where you can say, okay, now how can I generate more strategy sessions? So I want to grow my revenue. I want to grow my client base. How can I generate more strategy sessions? Or I can look at how can I improve my close rate? So if you need 5 clients, but in order to get 5 clients, you have to talk to 10 that you can find. you can say, well, now let me either increase the number of people that I talk to so I can increase the number of clients I have, or how can I talk to the same number of clients, or leads rather, and be able to improve my conversion rate. So now when I talk to 10 leads, I'm able to walk away with now 7 clients. So this is how you're able to look at these numbers and help you start to scale even further. So those are the 3 steps that you can use to land your next high-paying client. You want to first figure out who your ideal client is. Second, you want to create your irresistible offer specifically for those ideal clients. And third, you want to select your lead generation strategy that is going to put you in front of those ideal clients, that is going to put you in a space where you're going to be able to present that irresistible offer. So the question now really is, will you use what we've talked about here to really change the outcome of how your next 12 months is going to go? Let me know in the comments below which of these steps that you are starting from, and I will respond to you there and give you any tips or suggestions that I may have based on where you're at. Hopefully you found value in this. If you did, you found any tips that were helpful for you, please do give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and helping you grow your business and find more ideal clients for you. And I'll catch you on the next video.